thinking about putting a dripper hose.
Right down the middle.
You know, a soaker hose, yeah, because it would work great. Yeah, they're looking sadness.
They totally.
But it's gonna rain a good couple inches.
Oh, good.
Good evening.
Hey, everybody.
How y'all doing this fine, beautiful evening? How you like those? They're actually like real clouds. We're getting ready to have precipitation.
We got some dinner. We got chicken and
Chicken and
yummy
some
blue corn
organic
chips.
blue corn chips.
Salsa.
What's everybody eating for dinner tonight? And then I can eat out of the frame because people don't like it when I eat on the camera.
Peach pineapple salsa. Peas, applesauce.
Let me know about the audio. I put a little adapter thing.
Taryn Williams.
Hey, Taryn Williams, how's our audio? Because I put a little, when we do the lives with the iPhone, the audio sounds terrible.
Yeah, we have to turn it up
So,
super loud.
what do you got? Can I get a confirm on our audio? Oh, dag, it's gonna stinking hail here. KG. Oh, audio's good. Sweet, thank you.
Trying to figure out dinner.
Wonderful.
We're doing chips and salsa.
Yeah, I got the mic, the mini Rode mic. I got to thinking, because on our lives, the audio has been terrible when we're outside because we can't do we have a Blue Yeti that I used to set up when we would do the inside lives.
They're practicing shooting. The ammo store in town says be safe.
Elisa Fully Love.
Hey, do you have an Instagram? I tried to message you today on YouTube, and I was wondering if you had an Instagram so we could try to connect on there. So the ammo shop in town, on the sign, all it says is be safe, get your ammo.
Oh yeah, elderberries. Yeah, be safe and stock up. I haven't bought any lead in a while. I think I'm gonna do that. I got some stimulus. I think I'm gonna stimulate the ammunition economy.
This is like a date. We're like eating dinner out
This is
here.
so peaceful. Look at this. Look at this tranquil background.
It's like super cool. The kids are all inside.
Maybe I'll change the angle slightly.
They're probably gonna make us some kind of awesomeness dessert.
Knowing Rufus, they were gonna film a cooking with Rufus tonight, but
I got too busy.
They got back too late, and
no Facebook.
no book face. Good for you.
I'm not on Bookface either, but are you on Instagram?
Are you on Instagram, a subsidiary of Bookface?
It's hard when everyone in the house doesn't care what to have. Yeah, that's great. I'm around a bunch of.
I just want it to be. Oh, it's Little Jim.
Oh, okay. Hey, dude. Sorry, all your buddies are inside, so you're gonna have to catch up with them later. But we'll figure out a way for y'all to catch up. That would be super fun. I know the boys would love to catch up with you.
Isaac, good evening.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be talking about everything that's going on.
Our
new, not our new, but the boys' new endeavor into Longhorn cattle.
Yep, we're switching up they're switching up their game. Goob didn't want to do dairy anymore, so we're going with the ancient lines of the Texas Longhorn. You don't get more Texas boy than a Texas Longhorn.
It's true.
And the Texas Longhorn is not only iconic, but it's just well suited for our environment.
Yeah, and we have really, really awesome neighbors that are super into Longhorn.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it really great for the kids. They can have a mentor, and these people totally know their Longhorn. So we don't know anything about Longhorn.
Nothing.
So we're just gonna do whatever they tell us to do.
Brittany C.
So you probably, if you follow us over on Instagram, you've probably seen our 3 new heifers and
Johnny Cash.
And Johnny Cash, our new bull.
The man in black.
And the boys.
When I found out his name was Johnny Cash, I'm just like, that could not be more awesome.
We were trying to think of a good name for the bull, but
Mhm.
we're not into, like, we don't know all the, like, proper names and everything of stuff either, because they got to be registered and all this stuff. So anyway.
Grace
yeah.
Junction.
Hey, Grace Junction. So we were trying to think of some really cool Texas bull names, and then we found out that his name is Johnny Cash. So Johnny
And I was
Cash.
like, that is epic.
Yeah. So that's super
A
cool.
Texas Longhorn bull named Johnny Cash. I mean, that's iconic.
And
The only thing that would be better is if he was actually black, but he's not. He's like super
it's cool.
pale, super cool color.
Yeah. So this weekend, this Saturday, we're going to go and pick up our first.
We're going to take our brand new. We had some chicken and then some blue corn chips.
Salsa, applesauce, peas.
I have peas. Texas Mom
I
has
wish-
the pineapple salsa.
Pineapple salsa. If
I,
they had peach mango salsa.
I use my peas like guacamole because I don't like guacamole, but I like peas.
I would show you, but the plate's really not that pretty, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of like picnic on the back porch tonight. So we're going, yeah.
So we're taking our brand new redneck cattle trailer to get the. Now, what are we picking up? What are we picking up on Saturday?
Good.
Amazing Grace.
Little Jim's on here.
Little Jim's on here. Go. Little Jim. Little Jim.
I don't think I can say their last. I don't think they have their last name on here, do they?
Yeah, their last name's on there.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Pull it up.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He wants, yeah, say hi.
Little Jim.
Hi.
I told him
It's
that
the big goob.
you would like to hang out with him, catch up with him,
Oh, yeah, that would be super neat.
touch base. Yeah, he said that would be fun. Yeah.
Whoa, no veggies available in Pensy.
What do you mean no veggies available?
Talk to Pennsylvania girls, dude.
To buy.
It's nuts in
to
Pennsylvania.
plant, to eat.
It's nuts.
What do you
At
mean?
nothing, anywhere. Stinking Northeast. Y'all, if you can squeak through the barricades, I'm just telling you.
Crazy.
I know I've been saying get out for about as soon as I got out.
I wouldn't worry about this time. I would worry about what.
Well, yeah,
the
you're
next
going to
time.
get a reprieve. You're going to get a small window. I do honestly think there's going to be if they can, well, Texas is opening back up. And
much of Texas has never closed.
Right,
There
right.
is a lot of Texas that has not closed. Like, praise the Lord, they never, they let us still have the freedom to assemble. Churches closed on their own, but they never imposed that on us. Just everybody, all the little businesses in our county, some are open, some are closed, but that's of their own doing. That's not, now granted, it's of their own doing, but nobody's going into businesses.
there's counties where all the restaurants are open, everything's wide open, and there's no gloves and there's no face masks.
No, you don't have to.
And that's awesome.
They're not imposing anything.
That is,
I guess it's just up to every
That's
local
Texas.
county here,
Yeah.
and every place is different depending on where you live. Obviously, if you live in the big cities, you might have more problems. But
and we still have all the psycho program poor, TV idiots that walk around with their face mask on
while they're outside.
I
by
got
themselves.
I got this little meme that my buddy sent me of Kermit the Frog, and it says, and I really wanted to post it, but see, I'm a kinder, gentler Texas dad, and I hate alienating people and making them mad at me, but it said, if you are driving by yourself in your car wearing a face mask, when this quarantine is over, basically it said, please stay quarantined, kind of a thing. And I've been actually saying that, I was talking about that on Sunday, as I said, and we're not evolutionists or evolutionary. We don't believe in, natural selection or anything like that. But maybe it wouldn't be, I don't want anybody to die, of course. Of course not. I wouldn't ever want anyone to die. But maybe it would be kind of a good thing to sterilize the gene pool a little bit. You know what I mean? We breed animals and we select different traits and character traits. And, there's a lot to all that, y'all. I'm just saying. And
He's talking about people that are just dumb. He's not
yeah, it's
talking
about like flatten the curve,
he's
right?
not talking about older people or disabled
No,
people
of
or
course
people that
not.
are unhealthy or children.
No.
He's not talking
But
about
like flatten the curve. Some curves cannot be flattened.
some
y'all.
people are just really
like the stupid curve.
1770s.
All right, Alex Jones.
Oh my.
Some curves will never be flattened. You know that whole common sense isn't common. I mean, people. The meme I wanted to make is the surgical mask with the hole to smoke the cigarette. Because I was
You wouldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, or the people
Down
that
here, you
or
would not
people
believe
that
it.
wear the mask and their nose is sticking out.
Smoking
Which I saw yesterday.
cigarettes.
The guy at the when I was driving by the Sam's Club and he had the mask and it wasn't even barely on his face and he like lifted it up to spit his chewing tobacco on the ground. You can't make this stuff up. Like I guess you don't understand the concept.
It's interesting.
But the one thing I didn't do is take a picture of him and send it to the Po-Po, like they doing in New York City.
Crazy.
Anybody,
Crazy.
I'm telling you. Some nutty stuff, y'all.
I don't know. It's just a little weird and bizarre and crazy. And I mean,
It's sci-fi.
it's
People watch way too many movies and it's total sci-fi.
I mean, people that aren't at risk and they're not,
No.
they don't have the risk factors. They're like healthy young people and they're alone and
we've all
they're
probably got it.
outside and they're alone and they have a mask on.
And you know what they're not talking about?
I don't know.
Keeping a mask on your face and breathing in your own CO2 and how much that's going to jack you up. You keep wearing a mask 24/7 and wait how all the extra builded up CO2 that you're intaking, you're going to all these people are going to be jacked up.
Crazy. It's all crazy. Make each of us have one. It's nuts. Take a cart.
Raw King. Yo, man, I like Raw. We don't have Raw King down here, but they got good deals. Our friends in
Maybe they wanted y'all to buy more. Like, fill up your baskets.
Raw King has great deals. We got friends in Indiana. I've been to the Raw King.
That's funny. That's enforcing all the guidelines.
Wow.
Can't wait
In
till
a kitchen.
this is over. Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm sure. And I mean, you want to be careful. You're dealing with food. I get it. To
You
a
wanna be-
point, but
You want to be careful dealing with food all the time. You want to wash your hands
do.
all the time.
Chipotle.
You don't want to
Hey.
sling snot on people
Here's some news.
all the time.
It's true. Wash your hands all the time too. But Chipotle, big lawsuit they just settled because their food was contaminated
With what?
and they were serving people.
Their food was
and it
contaminated
was
with what?
Disgusting. So
Their food was contaminated with what?
eating out's always gross. Just saying.
Ew, I don't even want to talk about the hypocrisy. I'm not even going to tell y'all about Texas Mom, y'all.
That was before.
That was before what?
That was
Texas
before
Mom?
I became a food Pharisee.
That was before she became a food Pharisee, y'all. Known many food Pharisees. I used to get on her so bad about the nasty fast food stuff.
No, you know what cured me was when we went to Houston and I was in the cancer hospital. That
Cured.
was it. Cured. I'm all done. I'm over it. Nope. I'd rather live. Thank you very much.
Mike wants to know if you're going to talk about butts and wiping again. He wants to know if you're going to...
What was I talking about? Was I?
Yeah, when you were talking about wiping your butts, remember?
I need to say less. Go ahead. You take over.
Say less, Texas Mom.
I'm going to be quiet.
I'm hijack the dinner.
We're being silly.
This
Go
is
ahead.
this is just silly talk. So we're
let's
talking about Longhorn.
Let's talk about Longhorn. These Longhorn are so pretty.
I bought
Stop it.
I bought a bidet.
Don't start him.
I did.
You ain't going in my bathroom.
Clear rear, y'all.
No.
I bought the clear rear.
No.
I'm waiting for the clear
It
rear,
is
and
not.
I will do a very I'll do a family friendly
Not going in my
demonstration.
I'm moving. I'm changing bathrooms.
It's going in the bathroom, y'all.
It's going to be
It's
his
the
bathroom.
clear rear.
He's going to be cleaning his own bathroom and taking care of his own bathroom.
I bought the bidet. Boom.
Nope.
Can I get hey clear rear, if you're listening, They don't sponsor the program, y'all. Could I get a tracking number or something, man? I paid for this daggum thing. Where is the clear rear, y'all?
I canceled it.
I mean, we're in it. You didn't cancel it. You didn't know anything about it. What sold me on the clear rear? The price, the quality, the reviews.
He's a germaphobe.
I think I'm a big clear rear guy. I haven't used it yet, y'all. I'll probably take a large apple, a large red apple.
What?
And I'm going to smear peanut butter on it.
No, you're not.
All right,
You're not on
y'all.
my channel.
I'm going to do a demo.
No.
Yeah.
Not on the boys'
Family
channel.
friendly.
No, you're not doing
We're going to
that.
do it on Tech Dudes.
No.
We're going to do it on the Texas Millennial channel. That's going to be his first video back. It's going to be the...
No. No.
No. All these ladies on here thinking it's
No.
gross. Come on.
No.
It's
one more
apples-
thing
it's
for me
apples
to
and
clean in the
peanut
bathroom.
butter.
I'm not cleaning it.
It's apples and peanut butter.
Mm-mm.
Hey, for all y'all out
No.
there, I'm very
Toilet paper's back.
warmed.
Got big cases of toilet paper tonight. We have toilet paper.
I'm,
There's no need.
I'm very warmed by the reception of
No.
my newest video, because usually the previous reception of all my videos is usually nobody watches them. And you know, we got some criticism from a long time subscriber a couple weeks ago or last week, and she wouldn't mind me. Her name is Spotter Lynn, and she was lamenting the fact that Texas Mom and I have hijacked the boys' channel and kind of taken it over. I guess because once the thousands of dollars a month started rolling in, and I retired, and Texas Mom became, hired a live-in nanny to do all the housekeeping type stuff. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, like, I can't speak first person yet. I ordered it like a long time ago. I still don't have a tracking number. I'm very concerned.
I canceled
I
it.
still have no. She didn't cancel it. Oh, it's going to be awesome. I'll install it. She won't even know it's there.
He'll be at work. He won't know that it came.
I'll install it on the one at work. I'll take it to work. No, I won't do that.
I'll hide it.
Those guys are nasty.
Oh, I don't.
She
wanna-
doesn't get the cleanliness of it. Can somebody tell her
No,
how cleanly a bidet is? It's way cleaner than the whole deal.
Nothing in a bathroom.
Come on, they've been.
Is cleanly with all these boys and men. No, I don't want to hear it. Commentary. Oh my, yeah, no. You could build an outhouse.
But,
and you could
okay,
keep it
so
out
I
in an
was
outhouse,
talking
'cause
about-
I'll never go there.
So I was talking about. I would love my own out. I would love my
I
own
would love
happy
it too.
place, y'all.
I would love it.
She acts like her stuff don't stink, y'all.
No, I act like I'm the one who cleans the bathrooms because I do.
Oh yeah, every time.
Every
What
time.
don't you get, Mike?
When?
What don't you get? Come on, man. It's like a car wash for your hinders. All right? It's like a stinking.
You got a shower right there next
I
to
hear-
the toilet.
Yeah, I would love.
Get a bath.
Look, when I had nothing else better to do,
Take
I
a
would.
shower.
Okay. Confession time. I used to,
This is not why we
Okay.
do this live stream.
when I was all into clothes and stuff, I would buy clothes. Like, I would rarely ever wear. Texas Mom can attest to the enormous pile of clothes in the middle of my.
Spoiled. He was a baby.
I was spoiled. I bought all my own stuff. I spoiled myself.
Well, you had that big
I had-
giant room all
I
to
had-
yourself.
I had so much self-esteem. I wasted all my money. It was terrible. I had no. I didn't have a pot to urinate in or a window. I wasted all my money on.
Included in your book. Nobody cares.
Well, I wrote the book. We ran out of toilet paper, so we had to use the book. So sorry, y'all. The book's see you, KG. Let me keep me posted on the elderberries, bro. So what were we talking about? I got
What
distracted.
are we talking about?
We were talking about the clear rear.
No, we're
And
talking
then-
about Longhorn.
And then we were talking about Longhorn, but I was talking about how we hijacked the channel, largely due to the massive revenue stream that has been created by our channel, where we've developed several offshore banking accounts to funnel all of the 50s, tens and 50s of dollars that come in from ad revenue on a monthly basis. I mean, it's I try to get Google to pay us in Bitcoin. It's just a massive influx of cash, and so that's why we hijacked the channel. We hijacked it. That's why we hijacked the channel, because one, we're very eloquent, and we're very smooth talking folk. And then secondly, we wanted to preserve this large revenue stream that
the
continues
boys,
to.
They ask us to make videos. Like tonight, they asked us to make a video.
Susan Nielsen.
They didn't
Exactly.
They didn't
That's-
make a video today, and they
Well, that's
need
what I was
days
telling
to
the
be
spotter.
kids. They
Yeah,
need days to be
she
kids.
was like, we just want it to be. It started out as 3 boys, and I said, hey, well, it's 4. How many boys is it now? 5 boys and a girl. I can't even keep track, y'all. It's 5 boys and a girl. It's a Texas mom, and I'm here when I'm not working.
Yeah, and
y'all.
we've made friends on here too, and it's our whole family.
Yeah, and it's our
and
deal.
the boys still do all the videos,
And they still do.
still edit all.
You know,
the
and I was
videos.
explaining
We
that
do
how
these cheesy
Goob.
lives.
Yeah, Goob shoots all this video that nobody ever sees. He's like, I don't like it. I don't want to put it in there, and you know, I don't want to use this footage, and you know,
because
he's super.
Yeah, too, you know.
Yeah, so we get on here and jibber jab, and
we
my
get to talk to the other dogs.
and my whole thing is like, it's just like a television channel without the programming. You know, you have the different segments that you want to watch, and if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. So if you want to watch, you know, the boys stuff, please watch all their stuff. And if you want to watch some idiotic Texas mom grocery haul or something, I think that junk. I can't even watch that junk, y'all. I think it's idiotic. I watch it when I put a funny in it, because I'm an egotistical maniac and I like to hear the sound of my own voice. But other than that, I can't watch it because it's dumb to me. I'm like, wow, people watch this stuff. But women are into it. We're very, we've reached this surreal phase in this whole homestead thing when, you know, you keep, I'll give you a little,
How did we get, can you go back so I can read it?
Sure.
It was too big of a comment and I didn't. How did we get Rufus into carpentry?
We did.
9-year-old interested. Okay.
we did.
I don't know much. Should I just turn him loose?
Oh, exactly. Yes. You know, we
to a point.
we unschool.
To a
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
to
You
a
can't
point.
let them cut his hands and feet off
Yes,
because
yeah.
they like doing that kind of
You
stuff.
supervised him.
Yes,
I
I
know.
supervised him to a point,
He
and
just watches a lot of YouTube
and
channels.
he pays attention when
and-
I do stuff, and he watches a lot of channels, and he learns a lot how to do things safely, and he does it safely. Relatively speaking, you know, sometimes, you know, I explained to the boys, sometimes safety protocols aren't even safe. You know, I'm in construction and all this OSHA stuff. Sometimes
Right.
is more dangerous
Right.
than just being less precautious,
Right.
because if you have a tether or whatever.
Or if you
And,
have ear protection on and you can't hear somebody yell or something.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know. Somebody got a Milwaukee.
Yeah, we
saw.
had a subscriber buy him a whole Milwaukee, because they were cutting trees down with hammers, like, no joke, y'all, way back in the day. Lone Star Living.
Yeah, I mean, start out with
What's
the
up, brother?
smaller, safer type of things that he can do, and
Sawzalls are pretty safe. You know, that's what I started him out on.
Mhm.
Circular and chop saws can be dangerous. You know, you gotta be careful.
knives can be dangerous, or
Sure.
machetes going into
Kitchen
the woods,
knives can be
chopping
dangerous.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So you gotta just
You just gotta be careful. You gotta teach them. You gotta train them. And then, you know what? Sometimes they gotta get hurt. It's gonna happen. You know, you don't want them to get hurt. It's exactly like the current state of affairs. You know what I mean? People are going to get sick and die. It's incredibly tragic. It's terrible. It's going to happen. It's not necessarily anybody's fault. There's no one to blame. You know what I mean? And this is like life lessons. And if it's going to become some kind of like narc state where who sneezed and who's not practicing social distancing, and send your Twitter picture to your local PD.
No, you should
So that they
still
can-
have the right to,
Not
to
only
put
can-
yourself at risk if you want to put yourself at risk.
You
to,
have the
you
right
know,
to be stupid.
to do
And
whatever.
I don't think any of that stuff's stupid. But you have the right to be
Right.
stupid. You have the right to, if you're not, and that's why they created this false narrative that there's a huge billboard in this little sleepy town. Oh, flatten the curve. It's all about, there's this one world order. There's this new advertising with this Lady Gaga thing, and it's totally crazy. And, Birdie, where in the world have you been? See, you got to flick it up like that. There it goes.
Okay. I love how your boys are industrious and creative.
Yeah.
Such a cool combo. They have a lot of time. I would say the biggest thing that our boys have an advantage of is time.
Yeah.
And, with
Time and freedom to pursue
right.
what they like. And you know what's happened? They'll like something and they'll start doing it and they'll be like, meh, and they'll get interested in something else. And then Buddy the other day picked the guitar back up. He was super into the guitar. He stopped playing for a while the other day.
He's really good at it.
Yeah, he's very good at it. And hey man, hey, when you want to play it, play it. When you don't want to play it, I grew up and I was thankful that my mom pushed me into doing all the instruments and everything. But I hated it because I was terrible at it. And I was only mediocre at it when I would practice like nonstop. Unfortunately, I was never going to be good at it, ever. And it just is what it is. And which is why I never encouraged my kids to do. Hey, I never look out. We're gonna have a cat invasion, y'all. I never wanted to push him into it, as great as it is to learn an instrument and to be a virtuoso, like the Tate crew with all their fiddles and banjos and all that cool stuff. And I think all that stuff's awesome. But I mean, I never wanted to push my kids into that stuff. If you want to do it, great. We'll support you. We'll, just like with all Goob's different stuff. And
it's the things they're interested in is what they pursue. And Goob's really, really interested in computers and technology. He's all about it. He studies it out. Lately, he's been super interested too in horseback riding. He's been watching videos. He asked me to watch the videos. He's like, Mom, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about his techniques of doing stuff? And it's cool to see their interests develop. And then, like we said, Buddy just picked back up the guitar and he's just getting super into that. And Buddy designs stuff and builds stuff all the time. He is like
Buddy's
super
crazy, y'all.
Crazy and creative.
He
with
is
what
like
does.
the wild man. Buddy would stinking like live in a tree and like not come down.
He's super duper crazy smart.
Yeah,
like
and he's crazy
He
smart.
can
But
crazy
he's
think
like
outside
wild.
the box. Yeah.
He would totally live in the woods. If we would let him, he would go out there and be like, I'll be back in 30 days. Like,
He
don't care.
loved when we were out of power. I mean, all the kids usually do, but he really was like, I hope the power doesn't come back on. What in the world is that? It's like,
It's a frog, but it's right here somewhere.
it is.
Y'all hear that?
It must be behind that light.
Mhm.
It's like a tree frog.
It's a tree frog, and
must
it's like
be
right
behind
here.
that light.
We've created a really awesome, by capturing our gray water. Buddy the plumber. Yeah. Yo, the Texas Millennial is going to contract the Texas Boys to help him rehab his country fixer-upper.
I want to go look and see where it's
Capture the tree frog, Texas
But,
Boys.
and then Rufus is super into building and he's really, really into cooking.
Yeah.
And that's his own, like, he can break stuff down for you and tell you how to do different things and like super healthy cooking. And he's like, oh, if you want to substitute this for this, but if you're using almond flour, then you need this proportions. And dude, he can bake and cook circles around me. Like,
He's just watched like ridiculous amounts of YouTube videos. I mean, it's wild. It's got to be behind that light fixture. Yeah, he just watches them and he does it. It's just repetition.
Yep.
And he is like mastered.
And I think it's like having the freedom to live in a state that doesn't have all the restrictions on homeschool as well. Like if we had to teach 9 core subjects every single day, there wouldn't be time for them to pursue their interests the way they do. So just being able to focus on the things that we feel is important and necessary for their homeschool education, and then having the freedom to spend a few hours every day for them to pursue other things. I mean, they work hard too. I mean, it's not like they get their schoolwork
Well, that's
done.
what somebody said. Do we have rules on screen time? No, because they might watch a couple videos, but they're out. They're gone. They're outside. Where are they? Where'd they go?
Right.
Oh, they're outside.
And I don't really count screen time like as non-beneficial because
Well, I just, is some of the dude perfect stuff.
no,
I
that
can't
stuff I
stand
don't
that
like.
junk.
No.
Whoa, yeah.
No. I don't like time wasting stupid
That's
stuff.
stupid junk.
No. Or like, how many peanuts can I shove into an aluminum can of whatever? Like, just totally stupid, like random, no purpose in life, dumb. There's some
Yeah.
channels that they say is science, and it's not science. It's just retarded
Yeah.
time wasting. That I don't like. But if it's something that they're really passionate about at the moment and they're really excited about, if it's cooking, if it's for Goob, if it's some type of technology stuff or filming or production stuff, I'm gonna let him sit there and watch that.
1,000,000%.
I mean, he's
He
not gonna
likes
do it all
Peter
day.
McKinnon, Matty Apoya. He watches these different guys. He learns a lot. He likes the Crowley Crew, Job at the Crowley Crew. That's basically why he has a Canon M50 is because of Job at the Crowley Crew. And
now they're like getting into Longhorn and they're online and they got their paperwork and they're looking at these different cows and these different websites. I'm letting them do that. That's research. That's education. That's them pursuing their interests.
and because they haven't been vaccinated or whatever, like I can focus on a topic and like be super into it and know all about it for about 5 minutes. Like as long as I'm absorbing it, it's like, and then it's there, but like by tomorrow it's gone. And these kids like absorb and retain, and they're just like blah 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 blah. Like that. Well, I put a 50mm lens on my for the non-cropped whatchamacallit thingamadoodle, and I'm like, wow, bro, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's good. That's good, right? And and sometimes we'll be like, okay, so what do you need? What do you want me to buy? Okay, all right, well, just put it in the cart. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we're just here to support them and encourage them in whatever things they pursue, as long as it honors the Lord. We're good with it.
Christopher Ovard, good evening.
So
Yeah, so we're just out here. We ate some dinner, and it's very. We were listening to the tree frogs, which went somewhere because he was right there. What happened?
is he on the roof?
No, he's behind that light fixture. He likes to attach himself to the kitchen window by that light there. So
Yes, camera stuff is very complicated, and Goob's just super passionate about it. And
it's like the ammo thing, y'all. It's like the 7.26x59 38. And I have a lot of buddies. A lot of my Indiana buddies are super into that stuff. And like, I'm like, what? Okay, what do I need to? What do I put in the mag? Just tell me what to put in there. Tell me what to buy. I'll buy it.
right.
And yeah, it's like that. It's like that ammo stuff. I just can't. East Texas Rancher. Listen, East Texas Rancher. I'm gonna have to come down to Jacksonville and hang out, man. The East Texas Rancher is just my people's. All right, I'm just saying. So I don't know when the heck I'm gonna be back. I was down in Jacksonville, a couple weeks ago when y'all had some hail roll through there, but hey, my SKS, I love that thing, man. And I love the fact that the ammo used to be cheap, y'all. Other than the whole mag with the swing arm deal, and the mags are expensive, but
When's Lone Star moving?
I don't know. Their last deal fell through. Jonathan, any new prospects on properties? Yeah, their last deal, something fell through with the. He didn't like the SKS mag. Man, my SKS shoots like a laser, man. I like that.
There
large
should be
round.
some really great deals coming up.
There are some
here
really
soon.
great deals. Really great deals. And you want to wait 90 days, you're going to see You're gonna see deals because you're gonna see. Unfortunately, you know, you're just gonna see tons of forfeitures still looking.
Okay.
Yeah, man. As long as you're pre-qual and everything, unfortunately, you're gonna be seeing some super awesome deals in the next 90 to 120 days.
3 tornadoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How severe were the tornadoes? Because we've seen these little twister deals, but how often? 30 minutes every 4 hours. It's not too often. You know, we're watering from the well, so I let it rip when it's not raining, you know. And, you know, I try to heavy, but we're running so many chickens that these crazy chickens scratch all the mulch off, which is good because it's exposing the root flare. But, all right, Plants and Passion, thanks for hanging out. And all the great questions, too, by the way. So I just let it rip, man, because I'm on the well. If I was paying for it, you know, I would say your current schedule's good. I wish I was more sophisticated to like set timers and all that stuff, but I'm just a non-sophisticated kind of guy.
We do have to run a dripper in our new mega bed.
Yeah, we have to. I think I'm gonna run soaker hoses. I've been
right down the middle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run some soaker hoses.
It's
nice because the mega bed, everything's located in the center, so one soaker hose will do the trick.
Roots and Refuge. Thanks, Roots and Refuge.
Thank you, Roots and Refuge.
They don't even know.
They probably don't even know we exist or that. We were gonna go to the shindig, y'all. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, I would. You know what I would do if I was paying for the water? I would just keep, do some experimenting with it. You're going to get your biggest bang for your buck watering at night with a heavy mulch, because water at night, you can water longer. It's going to stay. It's not going to evaporate off. So if you're paying for the water, I would water at night, 1,000,000%.
Our well was on the property.
Yes, yeah, we do. We have a country shallow well, 40 to 60 feet deep. It's relatively slow, but when we get good rains, it never ran dry last year. A couple years ago, it ran dry. It did not run dry, and we ran a couple different hose bibs for it,
and now
so that we can.
Pond too, so
yeah, and now we get the pond.
Try out. There's probably ways that we could tap into.
There's possible, yeah. I could sump it from the pond if I wanted to. I could sump it back to the well, because we don't drink from the well because it's a shallow well, but we just water all of our stuff from there. So, and the pond is just a super killer water catchment. And I'm gonna get these 6-inch gutters on here, and I ran some 4-inch pipe, so that's gonna help us catch more water.
Keep the pond full.
And it's just, this year's really becoming surreal, just because we're having like an incredible amount of production from, 4 years of like, because everybody's like, what do you do with all the stuff? Well, one, there hasn't been any stuff. There just hasn't. Last year I was lazy and stupid with the watering deal. And easy there, Mike. Easy. Who owns the right to my rainwater? Okay. All right. Yes, rainwater from my roof. I ran some off of the one end of the house. I ran some 4-inch pipe down to the pond. And I'm going to put some 6-inch seamless gutters on here. That's right. But yeah, it's low power mode. Okay. I knew my phone was going to... We'll go until the phone dies, y'all. Because it's I'm at 20%. And we're at 38 minutes. So we'll just go. We probably got like maybe 10 more minutes. So, but, it's finally producing this year. I have full-time irrigation. Now I'm going to irrigate when it's not raining. And so we're going to get a ton of growth. We're going to get a ton of fruit.
And Better Together Life, they put in these really cool big rain catchment
Yeah,
systems.
and that's what Daniel Flowers is talking about. And that's great. And Texas A&M has a reimbursement program on catching rainwater. So you might want to, if there ain't too many strings attached with that, you might want to look into that, because check out Better Together Life. He's got a lot on rain catchment, and he has something on that A&M program. And but I'm originally what I was going to do is I was going to put those large catchment tanks on each corner of the house. And then we got this wet spot back here, kind of throw in this pond, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, this is our water catchment kind of deal. And it just kind of came together, because what I was going to do is originally I was going to put in the tanks, and then I'm like, duh, why put in the tanks? I'll put the gutters on, run all the gutters back to the well. Well, the challenge with that is you got to go training, and so to go subterranean or whatever, and it was going to be technical, and it might have required a sump pump. And then we defaulted back to the pond, and we weren't even, when we did the pond, you know, a lot of it, I hate to use the word evolve, but yeah, totally accident. It's called
Make it
falling.
Up as you go.
It's called falling forward and making it up as you go along, and just the sheer grace and mercy of a loving God that just doesn't allow you to fail too many times before you succeed. And you'll fail just enough so that you want to throw in the towel, and then that last haymaker that you throw connects, and
Right.
you
just like with the dairy cows, it was so sad to get rid of the dairy cows, and then the Lord just, you know, our neighbors said, don't be sad about the dairy cows. This was 7 months ago. He said, you just sell them and move on. That's part of farm life, you know, nothing.
just like the rabbits, just like the goats, just like a lot, you know, and there's tons of great stuff with rotational grazing and pigs and sheep and chickens, and it's all great, and it's totally excellent if you have the time and energy and resources to do it. And I mean, if I was between the house and the ranch full time, I'm relatively positive, you know, because it can watch Justin Rhodes. It consumes all your time, which is fine. Because if it's productive, it's totally fine, because it's producing, and it's producing abundantly. So if it's something like you're doing full time, like Joel Salatin, it's 1,000,000% worth it. And it's possible that if I was full time farmer, I would be doing something to that. That's right. That is exactly right. But you know, even if I was a full time farmer, I might even may or may not consider doing it. Is it, you know, because it's just like power from the grid. You know, my opinion is, would it be super cool to be off grid and all that stuff? But I appreciate the exponential productivity that electricity gives us.
Right. And there's some people that need electricity for, you know, like our friends, they were off grid for so long, and then, you know, there's medical needs that come up, and all of a sudden you need the grid, you know.
Yeah.
And there's no
Or
shame
you
in that.
get older and you want the convenience just because you're older. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
and Doug and Stacy talk about that a lot, you know, homesteading in place, you know, where you set up your homestead so that way you can age in place, kind of. So you keep your orchards close, you keep everything efficient, you know, you do raised beds, you do different things that makes your life not, I shouldn't say easier, because none of it's easy. It's all hard work.
it's just work.
But it makes it
What's most
doable.
effective? Yeah, and you focus on the greatest return on your time. That's basically, you know, and that's my big thing with with electricity. I mean, would it be super cool to have a zero footprint and be totally off grid, totally self sufficient?
Oh, yeah. And I think we would love it.
And I would love it. I totally would do it. But, you know, working full time, we're far more productive with the electricity, and we might get the opportunity. We might get the opportunity to be, yeah, exactly. Fight the power. We might get the opportunity to experience an off-grid lifestyle or whatever. Who knows? I think the future holds many opportunities to do lots of things that most people would scare them to death. But you know, that's what a self-sufficient. I mean, that's what people do. Okay, here's what I personally think is going to happen. If you've ever studied history in the Roaring '20s, so before the Roaring '20s, there was a pre-Great Depression, an incredible crash, right? And then we had this incredible time of wealth, roaring 20s, which led to the Great Depression because they, them, those, and all those guys didn't really appreciate the little guy making tons of money and like lifting themselves from squalor and whatnot. So then they're like, well, we gotta tank this thing and take all the dollars back. So then they did that. And I honestly believe that that's going to happen. I believe that if this economy opens back up with all this funny money that's pumped in, right? The Fed's pumped in like $6 trillion, right? And then the government's done all their stimmy, tax cut, tax break stuff. We're going to see a raging war. There's a serious amount of pent up demand. If you're a FedEx driver, you're delivering the 4K and 8K TVs right now, right? Right, Mikey? You've seen these incredible, y'all, incredible. And unfortunately, the synthesized normie city folk are just like, well, if I'm gonna be stuck at home, I'm gonna be watching 8K, y'all. Know what I'm saying? And I'll just get me check and it's gonna be all right, you know. But whoa, bro, disconnected, synthesized. Yeah, but I want to watch CNN in 8K so I can see Anderson Cooper's eye slits because he's a lizard man. Okay, but anyway, yeah, what were we talking about now? But
We might have the opportunity to be.
yes, we're gonna have. I think I believe we're going to get a short financial reprieve. I believe there's going to be an incredible surge. It's going to be a roaring 20s like scenario. Possibly, might not be. This might just be a slow burn, fade out, drop to the bottom too. But I think we're going to get a super whoosh, hockey stick kapow. I mean, this stuff with oil kind of changed my outlook a little bit because
Goop wants you to practice saying oil.
all this thing that happened with all, man, I'm telling you, let me tell you, with what happened with all,
oil? What is oil?
with the stuff that happened with all and all futures, that's ridiculous, y'all. All futures and negative $40 a barrel.
Goop was watching your.
It did bounce back hard.
Bounce
back hard, y'all, to like $13 a barrel.
All.
All. There you go. All. That's how you spell it. All.
All.
So I still think there's going to be a roaring 20s type thing. That could very much not be, this whole petrodollar. I don't know, man. But
I don't know. I know we're in the right state.
yeah, I know we're in the right state. I know we have been preparing and planning for this. I've been expecting it. I expected it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When we weren't ready and we weren't even close and whatever.
Yeah. We were like frantically preparing
And
10 years ago.
and I would say probably like 16 months ago to 12 months ago, I'm like, yeah, maybe I did kind of really blow it and maybe I should have been in the market this whole time and I would have made a fortune and we could have stockpiled it. We could have reinvested it in the homestead and all this stuff. And then literally this happened, and because I kept reconsidering that because, finances have been really great and money has been coming in. And I'm like, man, maybe. And
Maybe I shouldn't have bought so many fruit trees.
hey, listen.
No, that was never a thought.
No, never. And
Never a thought.
no, it's
No.
called,
No.
she's been restricting my purchases, y'all. Just saying. She
What?
hasn't
The
because I would
bidet?
just buy it. No, because I bought the
I
clear
need
rear.
to
The
restrict
clear
your
rear
purchases.
is coming, y'all.
I need
You need to
restrict
restrict
his
my
purchases.
purchases. Oh.
All I bought is Longhorn for my children, for their business.
Oh. Michigan. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people claim that Michigan's kind of free, but I don't know.
I'm not
It's
sure.
so northern
No, much
and it's so
isn't.
cold.
I
I'm just
know
not.
people say that, like, why would I leave? Everything I know is here. Everything I have is here.
Maybe. I don't know, y'all. I mean, all of our family is still where we were, and I love them to death, and I miss my parents dearly, dearly.
And there's strength
miss my
in
family
family and community
dearly.
if you have it, but yeah, you have to be in a place where you have community.
Yeah, and you have to be able to let your kids free range and do stuff and have their own life. You know what I mean? You have to be able to let them do the deal.
Yeah, there's lots of beautiful places, but there's a lot of places I would
You agree with
not
her about what, What's she talking
Behave,
about?
sweetie. About your spending habits. I only spend.
Look,
I only
if you
spend
make it,
if
if
it's gonna
you make
benefit the homestead some
oh,
way.
oh, so let's talk about your saddle purchases.
That benefits the homestead. The boys have to cowboy up and go wrangle up cows, and they need their saddles to stay on.
Lake effect snow is ridiculous, yo. I'm just gonna say
And now they have all the tack to stay on their horses and not have
that.
slippery
Oh,
saddles.
upstate New York. Woo! I have a buddy that I used to work with, and that stinking crazy joker moved back to upstate New York, and I warned him. And he just moved back there like 30 days ago. And I said, dude, you're nuts. And he thought it was great. And he's going to learn a lesson. But he's young, so he's got lots of life lessons to learn. I warned him. Said, don't do it. Oh, the battery's getting low,
I
y'all.
gotta go water Megabed anyway.
You're going to water mega bed?
We said she
All
has a
right.
cattle prod. You're gonna send it to
If
me?
you want to, is it a cattle prod with like a water squirter in the end?
It's for you.
Has it got like the built-in bidet water cattle prod
He's
thing?
so ornery.
I'm getting it.
You're
It's
not.
coming in, dude. I'm
You're
installing it.
not.
I'm gonna paint it camouflage so she doesn't
He's
see it.
gonna-
I'm gonna bubba-flage it with like camo spray paint, and then when I saw it, she won't even see that it's there. It'll be like
Upstate New York's gonna secede.
I wish Texas would just secede and get it over with. They won't do it.
I don't know.
It's gonna storm like crazy. Yeah, you don't have to water that thing. It's gonna dump.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's gonna dump
You gonna
tonight,
do a rain
early
dance?
morning.
Are you gonna sing us
I don't need to do a rain dance.
proud?
Doing lots of horseback riding during quarantining. Yeah, the boys have been. Ogdensburg near Canada people are coming to the area from New York City.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
anywhere northeast and the northeast. The
I
coast,
said
don't
when de
care.
Blasio
Anywhere
got
on the East
elected,
Coast.
I said he is going to stink in. I mean, dude, he's
All the
straight up
East Coast.
card-carrying socialist. He's going
Here-
to suck the.
Here's my thing. The West Coast is crazy. The whole East Coast is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's nuts.
Somewhere in
Somewhere
the
in this-
middle, you might have a little freedom.
The country's going to balkanize, y'all. I've been saying that. I just had
go
that.
to Alaska,
Yeah.
but it's cold.
I
up
just
there.
think the country is going to fracture and balkanize, and they've been wanting that. But and I would much rather prefer the country balkanize on concepts of freedom versus like this racial divide or these other nonsensical, made up schisms. You know, you either believe in more freedom or less freedom, and that is totally cool. And if you want tyranny, then stinking go hang out with the tyrants, you know. And if you want freedom, walk to freedom.
And the West Coast
Freer.
is generally super liberal, and the East Coast is super
Yeah.
liberal, and you get what you.
And we're stuck
Yeah.
in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you.
Man slips upon, haven't set up, they slip and slide.
Oh, they've set up a slip and slide,
They've
y'all.
set up
You haven't
everything
seen
back.
it. And they all want to go swimming in their britches, so we can't film any of it because they're like a bunch of wild monkeys.
These kids swim every day.
Every
Since
day.
What?
Since it
March,
was like 50
February?
degrees,
I
they're
don't know.
stinking nuts.
They've been swimming.
They're like polar
every day.
plunge.
They are polar plunge.
My family is divided this week over whether our constitutional. Oh my! How can?
Should matter.
Oh
If it should matter.
wow! You can't suspend constitution. Okay, endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. Endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. Endowed. Let's open the dictionary, y'all.
No, I think you have a right to
Endowed
do whatever
by your
you
creator.
wanna do. I mean,
I think everyone has a right, regardless of what anyone thinks, regardless of whatever Texas mom thinks, whatever I think. I believe that we are all in the world endowed by our creator with certain unalienable rights. And I would once again encourage everyone to get the writings of the Elder John Leland, which is available free on Google Books. And please read his writings on the liberty of conscience, because it is in large part and parcel and portion on why we are historical Baptists and why we believe in the Baptist distinctives. We don't need permission from the government for nothing. We, the people, need to chain the beast. And every government in the Bible was called a beast and referenced a beast. And that was the lively experiment, was the experiment of we, the people, not the beast, not we the beast. Now, if you a beast, you a beast, all right? But we, the people. And, you know, you can't say law, you believe in the laws and you follow the laws and whatever, and if you're we the people, you're we the people.